Hello students, we will be discussing about carboxylic acids. First of all, what do you mean by carboxylic acids? Carboxylic acids are group of carbon compounds that have carboxyl group in them. Okay, carboxyl functional group in them. What is carboxyl functional group? Carboxyl functional group is C double bond O OH. Okay, or C double OH. See, in this carboxyl functional group, they have a carbonyl group and a hydroxyl group. Okay, so carbo from carbonyl group and hydroxyl from hydroxyl group, XYL group, hydroxyl. The name becomes carboxyl functional group. Okay, now the structure of carboxylic acids. The carboxyl functional group or carboxylic acids, okay, have a planar structure because the carbon is this functional group carboxyl carbon is sp2 hybridized and the bond angle between OCOH bond is 120 degree. Okay, this is obvious that sp2 hybridization, the structure will be trigonal planar. Okay, they have trigonal planar structure. Okay, in trigonal planar geometry, the bond angle is always 120 degree unless it is distorted by the presence of lone pair. Okay, now let us observe the resonating structures of the carboxylic acids. In the carboxyl group, the carbon-oxygen bond is in conjugation with the lone pair of oxygen of OH group. Okay, this lone pair will go in resonance with the CO group. Okay, the electron will move like this. The lone pair of oxygen will move to the carbon-oxygen single bond, and the pi bond of carbon-oxygen bond will move to the oxygen atom, resulting in the negative charge over oxygen and positive charge over this hydroxyl oxygen and a partial double bond character. You can observe from this that this is not as equivalent as this structure. Okay, so the left hand side resonating structure is more contributing than this one because there is separation of charge. Okay, now since the carboxylic acid group or carboxyl group has carbonyl group, that is aldehyde, the group present in aldehydes and ketones, so they must undergo reactions as shown by aldehydes and ketones. Aldehydes and ketones generally show nucleophilic addition reactions. So the question arises that although the carboxylic acids have carbonyl group, yet they do not show nucleophilic addition reactions. Okay, why? For nucleophilic addition reactions to occur, the carbonyl carbon must be highly electron deficient. That is, it should be highly electrophilic. That is, let me show you that in carbonyl compounds, in aldehydes and ketones, this resonance can be drawn. From this resonating structure, it is evident that the carbonyl carbon is highly electron deficient. That is, it is electrophilic in nature. So, aldehydes and ketones undergo nucleophilic addition reactions. But in carboxylic acids, it is clear from this structure that the carbonyl carbon is not that much electrophilic, okay, due to resonance. See, in this resonating structure, the carbonyl carbon does not have any positive charge on it. Okay, in this carbon, you have to see this carbon atom. Okay, this carbon atom is not having any kind of positive charge, that is, it is not at all electrophilic. Okay, that's why carboxylic acids do not show nucleophilic addition reactions. Okay, now let us move to classification of carboxylic acids. Classification of carboxylic acids. See, carboxylic acids can be divided into mainly two groups: aliphatic carboxylic acids and aromatic carboxylic acids. What do you mean by aromatic carboxylic acids? Those carboxylic acids in which the carboxyl group is on an aromatic ring like benzene. Okay. Aliphatic, the carboxyl group will be attached to an alkyl group or hydrogen. Now, aliphatic carboxylic acids can further be classified as monocarboxylic acid, that is, they have only one carboxyl group, dicarboxylic acids, that is, they have two carboxyl groups, and tricarboxylic acids, that is, they have three carboxylic acid groups. Okay. Now, see, in monocarboxylic acids, this carbon, what is the name of this compound? The common name for this compound is formic acid. Formic acid. Okay. And the common name for this compound is 1,2, that is acetic acid. And IUPAC name of this compound is formic acid. The IUPAC name of formic acid is, since only one carbon atom is there, it is methanoic acid. In acetic acid, there are two carbon atoms, then ethanoic acid. There is a group of acids, monocarboxylic acids, that are called fatty acids. What are fatty acids? Fatty acids are those that have 12 to 18 carbon atoms in them. In all, they have 12 to 18 carbon atoms in them. Fatty acids are generally found in the form of fats, and fats are what? They are triglyceride esters, triglyceryl esters of fatty acids. Okay. They are mainly used to prepare, fats are used to prepare soaps. Now, dicarboxylic acids. Dicarboxylic acids, see, they will have two carboxyl groups. Okay. In between, there will be methylene group. This is called methylene. CH2 group is called methylene group. Okay. Methylene or methylene group. Okay. CH2 is methylene group. Now, this methylene group, on the basis of number of methylene group present between two carboxyl group, we can classify them as in a number of carboxylic acids known with a common name. See, if the number of methylene group is 0, O, okay, then it is called oxalic acid. Oxalic acid. Okay. Then if one methylene group is there, then it is called malonic acid. Malonic acid. If two methylene groups are there, in all 4 carbon atoms are there, then succinic acid. Succinic acid. If 3 methylene groups are there, in all they have 5 carbon atoms, then it is called glutaric acid. Glutaric acid. If they have in all 4 methylene groups and in all they have 6 carbon atoms, then it is called adipic acid. Okay. And if they have 5 methylene groups, then it is known as pimelic acid. Pimelic acid. Okay, these are the common names of these acids. So I have formed a shortcut. You have to remember this one. Ohm's gap. Okay, O stands for 0. Okay, then you will automatically go give 1 for M, 2 for S, 3 for G, 4 for A, and 5 for P. O is oxalic acid, M for malonic acid, S for succinic acid, G for glutaric acid, A for adipic acid, P for pimélic acid. Okay, you can also write the IUPAC names. Like, what is the IUPAC name of oxalic acid? Since there are two carbon atoms bonded with a single bond, that is called ethane 1,2-dioic acid. Since carboxyl groups are always terminal, so we need not write the number. Okay, so it will be ethane dioic acid. What is the name of this malonic acid? It will be propane dioic acid. Similarly, butane dioic acid, pentane dioic acid. Then what is the name of adipic acid? Hexane dioic acid. Pimélic acid, what is the IUPAC name of pimélic acid? There are how many carbon atoms? 7. Heptane dioic acid. Okay. Now try carboxylic acid. See, what is this one? IUPAC name of this compound. Since there are 3 carboxyl groups, okay, we cannot give priority to any one of them. Then we will take the numbering like this. First carbon, I will number this carbon as 1, 2, 3. In this situation, I will write the IUPAC name as 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms are there. Propane. 1, 2, 3. Tricarboxylic acid. When the COOH group cannot be counted, then the suffix becomes carboxylic acid. Okay, let us move to the aromatic part, aromatic carboxylic acids. See, what is the name of this compound? When carboxyl group is on the benzene ring, then it is called benzene carboxylic acid. Benzene carboxylic acid. Okay, and the IUPAC common name is benzoic acid. Benzoic acid is also an IUPAC accepted name. It means that you can use benzoic acid as a IUPAC name or substitute of benzene carboxylic acid. See, when the carboxyl group, 2 carboxylic acids are there, that is dicarboxylic acid on benzene, then benzene 1,2 dicarboxylic acid, which is commonly known as phthalic acid. Phthalic acid. Okay. Now, what is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3, 4. Benzene 1,4 dicarboxylic acid. The common name of this compound is terephthalic acid. Okay. Terephthalic acid. Terephthalic acid. Okay. Now let us move to next topic, that is methods of preparation of carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids can be prepared in a number of ways. Let us study how they are prepared from alcohols and aldehydes. See, which type of alcohols? Primary alcohols. What do you mean by primary alcohol? When the alpha carbon is attached to only one carbon atom. When primary alcohols are oxidized with a strong oxidizing agent like chromic acid, H2CrO4, or acidified potassium dichromate, K2Cr2O7 in presence of sulfuric acid, or Jones reagent, CrO3 H2SO4, or alkaline KMnO4 followed by hydrolysis, acidic hydrolysis. Okay, first KMnO4 and KOH plus heat, and then followed by hydrolysis, acidic hydrolysis. Okay, so you have many reagents over here, and all of them are strong oxidizing agents. Primary alcohols, when subjected to vigorous oxidation or very strong oxidation, okay, they get converted directly to carboxylic acids. Now, see, we have to remember the names of these reagents. Okay, this reagent is called chromic acid. Okay, this is called acidified potassium dichromate. Ultimately, it will yield chromic acid. Okay, this reagent is called Jones reagent, Jones, Jones reagent. Okay, and this is, we say it as alkaline KMnO4 followed by acidification. The primary alcohols will give you carboxylic acids. Okay, now how to prepare this? Prepare carboxylic acid from aldehydes. Aldehydes on treatment with all these reagents again. Okay, these reagent over here, chromic acid, acidified potassium dichromate, Jones reagent, alkaline KMnO4, they will give you carboxylic acid. Apart from this, they can also yield you carboxylic acid when they are treated with Tollens reagent. Tollens reagent. What is Tollens reagent? Ammoniacal silver nitrate. Okay, or Phalanx reagent. Phalanx reagent. Aldehydes on treatment with with the reagents, strong oxidizing agents like chromic acid, acidified potassium dichromate, Jones reagent, or alkaline KMnO4, they will give you carboxylic acid. These carboxylic acids can also be obtained from aldehydes by treatment of aldehydes with Tollens reagent or Phalanx reagent. Okay, you can get carboxylic acid from primary alcohol as well as from aldehyde. Okay, we can convert primary alcohol to aldehydes by treating it with primary alcohols when treated with pyridinium chlorochromate or CrO3 or copper at 573 Kelvin will give you aldehyde. So it can be asked in conversion, convert primary alcohol to aldehyde. You can do it by treating primary alcohols with pyridinium chlorochromate or chromic anhydride or copper at 573 Kelvin. After you obtain aldehyde, you can convert it into carboxylic acid by treating it with Tollens reagent or Phalanx reagent or with any of the above reagents like chromic acid, acidified potassium dichromate, Jones reagent, or even alkaline KMnO4. Now let us move to the preparation of carboxylic acids from alkyl benzenes. Okay, so from alkyl benzenes means you need to prepare this benzoic acid. This is benzoic acid. Benzoic acid. Alkyl benzenes can be directly converted to benzoic acid regardless the length of the alkyl group. Okay, the carbon number in alkyl group, they can directly be converted to benzoic acid. That is, the alkyl group gets oxidized, whether it is methyl or any alkyl group, they will be converted to carboxylic acid if they are treated with alkaline KMnO4 and heat followed by followed by addition of acidified water. Okay, the result benzoic acid from this methyl benzene is what? Toluene. This is alkyl benzene, some other, whatever the length is, 2 carbon atom, 3 carbon atom, 4 carbon atom. This is what known as, this is isopropyl benzene or cumene. Okay, We can convert toluene, we can convert cumene directly to benzoic acid by vigorous oxidation. That is by subjecting it with, reacting it with chromic acid or acidified potassium dichromate also. Okay. Now, see these molecules. This is benzyl alcohol. Benzyl alcohol. This is benzaldehyde. This is acetophenone. Okay, and this is styrene. Styrene IUPAC name is phenylethene styrene. Remember one thing, at least the alpha carbon or the benzylic carbon should have one hydrogen atom. If the benzylic carbon have at least one hydrogen atom, then it can be oxidized to benzoic acid. Else it will not. Okay, except acetophenone. Okay, this is an exception because it is going lysis or breakdown of ketone is taking place. You can convert benzyl alcohol to benzoic acid, benzaldehyde to benzoic acid, acetophenone to benzoic acid, or styrene to. Now, preparation of carboxylic acids from acid chlorides. We all know that what are acid chlorides? Acid chlorides are compounds with functional group R C double bond O Cl. Okay. When they are hydrolyzed in basic medium, okay, in basic medium, they will form what? Carboxylate ion, RC00 minus. Okay, and on acidification, this carboxylate will yield you carboxylic acid. Okay, means in alkaline hydrolysis it will follow two steps. First, alkaline hydrolysis, this will give you carboxylate ion, and on acidification carboxylic acid. Now the same can be done directly by acidic hydrolysis. Okay, hydrolysis in acidic medium. In acidic medium, acid chlorides will give you directly carboxylic acid, but in basic medium, first they will hydrolyze to carboxylate ion, and then on acidification carboxylate ion to carboxylic acid. Now, acid anhydrides. What are acid anhydrides? Acid anhydrides, they can be represented like this or like this. Okay, now on hydrolysis, okay, acidic hydrolysis or simply addition of water, anhydride meaning they lack one more molecule of water. On adding water, they will give you carboxylic acids. Okay, if both the R's are same, then you will get 2 moles of carboxylic acid of same formula, same molecular mass. But if R and R dash are there, then you will get 2 different carboxylic acids. Now, esters. What are esters? Esters are compounds having this functional group, C double bond O, O R dash. Now, esters on acidic hydrolysis give you carboxylic acid, C double O H, plus an alcohol. Okay, plus an alcohol. This part becomes alcohol, and this part becomes carboxylic acid. Okay, but this process is reversible. Okay. So the hydrolysis is preferred in alkaline medium, which is not reversible. In alkaline medium, hydrolysis in alkaline medium, they will give you a carboxylate ion, COO plus an alcohol, and this on acidification will give you carboxylic acid. Okay. So alkaline medium is preferred because in acidic medium the reaction is reversible. Now amides. Amides, what are amides? R, C, double bond O, and H2. In acidic medium, hydrolysis in acidic medium, you will get carboxylic acid plus ammonia. Okay. In basic medium, first carboxylate ion will be formed, and then on hydrolysis you will get carboxylic acid. Okay. Now cyanides. What are cyanides? In organic, they are called nitriles. Cyanide is basically an inorganic word. Okay. They are called nitriles. Okay. Nitriles, they on hydrolysis, acidic hydrolysis, they form first amides. Okay. Then amide on hydrolysis give you carboxylic acid. In alkaline medium also they will form amides, and then on hydrolysis they will give you carboxylic acid. Okay. Now preparation of carboxylic acids from Grignard reagent. First of all, what is a Grignard reagent? It is an organometallic compound. What do you mean by organometallic? Compounds in which carbon and metal bond is covalent bond is there. We know that Grignard reagents are known for the ease of generation of carbon ions. Okay. When this Grignard reagent is treated with carbon dioxide, that is dry ice. Okay. Carbon dioxide is there. This is dry ice. The pi bond of carbon dioxide shifts to oxygen. So the carbon will bear positive charge and oxygen will have negative charge. This carb anion attacks the carbonyl carbon, forming what? R, C, OMgX and double bond O, which on hydrolysis gives you what? The desired carboxylic acid. R, C, OH, double bond O plus MgOHX. Okay. Now the another method for preparation of carboxylic acid is hydrolysis of trihalogen derivatives of alkene. See, hydrolysis, suppose this is three halogen atoms are there on the same carbon, geminal trihalo compounds. Okay. If you treat this with aqueous KOH or NaOH, you will get 3 hydroxyl groups on the same carbon atom. Okay. Now we know that even 2 hydroxyl groups on the same carbon atom is unstable. So 3 hydroxyl groups are more unstable. They will lose a water molecule. Okay. Lose a water molecule, forming R C OH double bond O, the carboxylic acid. Okay, it's very simple. Now, oxidative cleavage of alkenes and alkynes. See, oxidative cleavage meaning breaking of this bond. Cleavage means breaking of carbon-carbon bond. Okay. This can be achieved with KMNO4 in acidic medium or basic medium and heat, or ozone in presence of H2O2. Okay, you can use alkaline KMNO4 also, but remember that on using alkaline KMNO4 you will get carboxylate ion. So carboxylate ion has to be acidified further. Okay. What is found? See, KMNO4 or ozone, this CH group, CH is converted to COOH. CH is converted to COOH. If this R and R are same, then you will get same 2 moles of C, and CH is converted to carboxylic acid group. Similarly, in this molecule also you have C, C and 1 hydrogen each here. Okay. On lysis of this double bond, you will get what? COOH, COOH. Okay. Now, similarly, alkynes also on oxidative ozonolysis, they will give you similar products, carboxylic acids. Since if R and R dash are different, then you will get different carboxylic acid. If they are same, then you will get same 2 moles of the same compound. Okay, this is all about the preparation of carboxylic acids. Okay.